Harry, are we doing Secret Santa this year? I have to organise it. Never mind then. Hello? Yeah, speaking. Fahad Mashiri, where do I know that name from? Oh, Everton's owner. Of course, mate, of course. How you doing? How's FM20 treating you? You're looking for a new manager? Oh, look, I can't, mate. I'm with Leeds. Yeah, look, you're right. What we did have in FM19 was very special, but I've moved on and I'm happy. And you should find somebody who makes you happy as well. Look, mate, I'm sorry. I really don't want to meet up over coffee to discuss it. Fahad, come on, mate. Stop crying. All right, fine. You're not crying. I really don't see what penis size had to do with anything, mate. Never been called that before. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 18 of the First Star Challenge with Leeds United, our bid to try and win the Champions League with the team for the very first time. And today we have the festive fixtures against the Manchester clubs, first United and then Manchester City. So it's going to be tough. But I thought we'd start off by having a quick look. I always think the festive fixtures are like the unofficial halfway point of the season. It's more or less halfway. But I thought we'd have a quick look at the club vision, see how we're getting on, and an A+. I've never had an A, not that FM20's been out for that long, but I've never had an A+ before, so I'm very, very excited about this. We're basically doing as well as we can do in most of the categories here. The only things that aren't really perfect, I mean, we're playing entertaining football, we're developing players using the youth system. Attacking football, not always. I mean, we saw against Arsenal last episode. I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. No, it's not always attacking football, but results are results. We're not signing players over the age of 30. We're obviously growing the club's reputation just by the fact that we're now in the Premier League. We are signing young players to develop for profit. The problem I think we've got in this category so far is that I'm not really selling anybody because our young players are our good players and I don't want to sell them. Yes, we're working within a wage budget. They're reserving budget on signing players to sell for a profit again because they haven't really sold anybody. And minimum 3-year contract for first year's players. They're not judging that even though it's desired. So I don't know if they're not going to judge it. Why bother having it there? End of the current season, avoid relegation. We'll have a look at the league table. We've only played one game since last episode, but it would take one hell of a stuff up, wouldn't it, to be relegated from here. Haven't got the FA Cup yet. We did reach the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, which is good, and my contract expires at the end of the year. I suspect that they will be looking to extend that. Now, as you've just seen, we did get offered an interview for the Everton job, which we've obviously turned down. Now, the one thing to catch up on before we get to today's episode and the games within is the game that we played in the Premier League against West Brom. They were bottom of the table. Let's see how we did. We fell behind when we left a man unmarked at the back post. We drew level early in the second half, Kevin Bonifazi scoring his first for the club. And we took the lead when Leal took advantage of some lazy West Brom play. However, we weren't able to hang on for the points, as we once again left the man free in wide areas. So a frustrating dropped 2 points in this one. You can see we dominated the game. It was poor defending on the goals and just missed chances after missed chances after missed chances. It was just an absolute, it was really frustrating, to be honest. So 2 silly drop points. I mean, the goal this season has always been just to try and stay up. But if we look at the league table, I mean, my ambitions are getting a little bit more lofty again after sort of going from thinking we can make Europe perhaps to thinking we were going to get relegated. We went on a bit of a bad run. Now I'm sort of thinking, oh, maybe we can make Europe after all. But they're 2 drop points. That's the sort of results that are going to cost us in the end, I think. So you can see here, we're sitting in 6th, which is a wonderful place to be. We've got 4th place Manchester United, 2nd place Manchester City. Liverpool just continue to run away with it. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out here to play Manchester United. They are obviously the favourites. We are in the better form, though, which is perhaps a little bit surprising. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has hung on to his job so far in the game, so they're a balanced standard playing style. Now, we did play them last season in the Carabao Cup and gave them one hell of a game at their place. So we hope something similar. We are expecting them to line up in this sort of formation. We can see their heat map there from their 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace last time out. They only just got a draw. Look at that, an 86-minute own goal. There's their passing network and their key passes as well. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, a few caveats to this selection. Cooper is injured. Bonifazi and Ayling are both suspended, which isn't ideal. So what that basically means is that we don't really have a third centre-back to play the way we did against Arsenal with the 3 at the back with 3 centre-backs with wing-backs. We could, at a stretch, play Kenny in there. I don't know if this is the game to try him in a position that he's not necessarily natural in. So we saw, as I said last season, we gave them a game playing this way, so we'll stick with it and hope for something similar. So Casilla goes in goal, Douglas, Strijic, Suter and Coyle is the back four, Phillips, Bogac and Villar in midfield, Batista Maya and Bowen go down the wings, Liao, our goal scoring machine, goes up top. Let's see how we do. One other piece of news to catch you up on since last episode is that Shackleton has signed a proper contract, a 4-year deal. I think he's on about 24 grand a week now. I'm relatively confident, as I said, that we're not going to get relegated now, so I was fine to offer him sort of, a Premier League contract. So we've done that. I know the underdogs is good defensive performance. What do we want to say to this? Not sure if I'm what we're capable of. I always like that as a team talk. Let's show them some faith, and off we go. And here it is, off to Old Trafford. Of course, this is the big one, isn't it? This is the big rivalry for Leeds. Hopefully, within a couple of seasons, we'll be at least their equals. But you can look at the table now and say that we're up there. But I think we've had a softish run of fixtures. We nicked a result against Arsenal as well. So I don't think we're not at that level just yet. But we'll be there soon. We'll be there soon. Of that, I am kind of confident. Another corner to defend. Can we get that one away, please? Oh, what's happened? It's a foul, is it? It's just kind of sitting there. Batista Maya might have a chance to counterattack here. He's not the slowest man alive. He can dribble as well. Can he beat the man coming across? It is a good tackle from a Tweedy, unfortunately. But that's okay. I did learn the lesson of not playing. That's not the best. We have been working on defending free kicks as well. And you just don't know it sometimes when you see us defend, do you? Strijic in midfield, in the centre of defence, is a massive concern. We do, of course, have a transfer. What a save from Casilla that is. We do, of course, have a transfer window coming up after this episode. Obviously, after the festive fixtures comes January. I think we definitely need another centre-back. We're being really badly exposed right now because Cooper's injured, plus we've got the suspension to Bonifazi. Here we go with Bowen. Now, kids, there's someone at the back post. He's found him. It is Batista Maya. Oh, it's a stunning block. Wan-Bissaka. Unlucky. We've got 3 yellow cards already as well. What a block that was. So unlucky. A really good counter-attack. And you wonder if that block hadn't got in, was that going to be on target? Here we go now with Coyle getting forward. What can he do? Nice ball inside there for Villa. Villa goes early for Liao. Liao beats his man. He just couldn't quite get back. Again, they're defending well. The goalkeeper there came flying out. Let's wait till after this highlight. It's a corner in. Goalkeeper claims it. Let's give it a demand more. So far, so good, really. Strijic on a booking I don't love. He's playing a 6-7, though, which is fine. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. Coyle loses out to Harry Maguire in the air. And we're 1-0 down. 2 really, really good chances. We couldn't take them. I don't necessarily think it was through any fault of our own. It was just a good sort of latch, this defending. And there's a question to be asked whether Coyle should be back there. He's not the strongest in the air. That's where Ayling would usually be defending, and I've maybe stuffed up a little bit there and not changed marking assignments. Phillips with the ball in. Oh, it's a good ball in, and Jared Bowen pulls them straight back level. It's 1-1. It was a cracking ball in by Calvin Phillips, and Jared Bowen, he couldn't miss. He doesn't miss those. What a signing Jared Bowen has been. He's been up there with Liao for me. A really, really good player for us. Phillips picks him out, a stunning run, and that's the run of a striker, isn't it? Between the two Manchester United defenders, and just like that, we're back to 1-1. All right, if we could nick a result with this back four, I would be very, very happy. We will have Bonifazi back. We will have, we've lost out there too. We will have Ayling back as well. It's just 1 game bans for them. Cooper might even be back as well. Suter and Douglas are booking away from a suspension as well, though, here. So we've nicked that. Can we find Bowen? We can. So the Manchester City, we don't know exactly what sort of defence we're going to have. There's another decent ball in, but couldn't quite. It's just sort of in between everybody. Oh, Strijic, he's given it away. It's Chiesa getting forward. It's 3-on-2. We're in some serious trouble here, and Chiesa selfishly goes for goal himself, and Casilla can just fall on it. And is the highlight going to continue here? Suter brings it out of the defence for us. He looks for Liao. That's not really what we need. And it's coming straight back as that's offside. That's surely offside, is it not, referee? Strijic there to make a decent tackle for a corner. It wasn't given as offside, but that certainly looked offside to me. All right, come on, boys. Away. Easy for Casilla. Maybe one for the cameras there with the dive at the end. And is this highlight still going to continue? It is. He goes early for Bowen. There's a decent outball there for Bowen every time. Oh, Bowen, what have you done there, mate? I think he's tripped over his shoelace. Oh, and he's onside, and we've been done again over the top. And Casilla makes another save. And that's a lungy tackle, but job done, I guess. We're not defending high up. No, I dropped the line a little bit. I don't want to sit any deeper than that because we're just going to invite them onto us otherwise. But we just need to be a little bit careful of that ball over the top. It's a good header away from Villa. It's not going to be collected by one of his teammates, though. I'll tell you what. Rashford, straight into the hands of Casilla. Anywhere else, and that was in the back of the net. Come on, boys. Show some passion here as the highlight starts. Can we win this ball back? Oh, it's into the box again. Rashford crosses it in. Can we get that away? We can't, and it flashes past the post. That looked like it had Casilla beaten, didn't it? Coyle is not having a good game, only playing a 6-4. Oh, and Phillips has been caught in possession there as well. Come on, boys. Come on. We're doing our best to get back. I think number 8 is Villa. He lunges in and does just enough in the end. Yeah, Coyle needs to pick up his game a little bit, doesn't he? We don't have any other options at right back. It was sort of Ayling and Coyle were the two that we went into the season with. There's other guys that can play there, but that Suter and Bonifazi are kind of the options, and we both need them at centre-back right now. And again, we've been done over the top. Maybe we do need to sit a little bit deeper here. Casilla makes the save. The problem I have with sitting deeper, as I said, is just go invite them on. Oh, that's a horrible header from Villa, and Casilla again is there to save us. It's all action, but... Oh, we're clinging on a little bit here, aren't we? Again, Pascal with the header clear. Again, it's not fully cleared. It comes back in, and that is some nice bend on the cross, but it goes straight through, bends out, and that is a goal kick. Come on, boys. Not before half-time. Can we just hang on to this? Here we go with Leao. Can we dare dream of taking a lead here? Leao, that's a poor pass, mate. What is that? Why would you pass it there and like that? Sutar just hacks it clear. And we find ourselves on the back foot here again, it looks like. Can we win that with Bogac? Go on, son. Go on, son. No, not quite. Bowen's let his man go. Basaka pulls it back for Chiesa. Ball in. Oh! Almost an own goal from Srijak. Casilla to the rescue once again. I tell you what, Casilla's been man of the match. You can stop the game now for that one because he is man of the match today. Leao gets a header clear, but again, it's not completely cleared. We do have a man on the edge of the area. It's just we can't... Oh, there we go. That's a poor pass from Batista Maya. Nothing comes of it. I tell you what, we've clung on to 1-1 there, haven't we? I'm not going to say they were excellent. I'm not going to say they were poor either, I don't think. Do we go with revenge? We've been the better team, but that's a lie. I'm going to say I'm not happy. The match ratings aren't great. We really don't deserve to be in this game. Both our central midfielders are on a booking as well. We do have Alfie McCalmont and Shackleton both on the bench. I'm very conscious of the fact with the Manchester City game coming up very shortly that players probably aren't going to be able to do both. Here we go with a throw-in. Coyle, can he pick a pass to a teammate? He finds Batista Maya. That's nicely done. He goes there for Leao over the top. This is what Leao does. Leao! Oh! Decent save and a touch finder there for the Leeds United lineout. Come on, boys. Let's try getting creative here. Let's try and build a bit of confidence. Now let's concentrate from the corner, please, boys. It's headed clear by Srijak. Again, and McTominay's there. It's been happening all game. We win the first ball, but we are not getting the second ball, and it has come back eventually to cost us. And I don't know if there's much more we can do about that. We're winning that ball. It's Matuidi's done really well. Batista Maya was there to pick it up, and yeah, all right. We do come straight back though. Can we peg them back immediately for a second time? Suter for Villa. Villa looks there for Batista Maya. What can he do? He goes past his man wonderfully. Can he get a ball in? Go on, Batista Maya. It doesn't quite happen for us. And are we going to get hit for a second goal in quick succession? We do struggle second halves, don't we? I don't know what I've got to do in team talks. Maybe telling them they're rubbish isn't what we need to do. It's a good tackle, isn't it, from Suter? Yes, it is. I tell you what, the largest defending in this game has been quality. Here we go with Leao again. Can he go past his man? Straight past Harry Maguire. He's got Bowen coming up with him. It's a penalty, referee. It's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. He tugged his shirt. It is a penalty. Go on, boys. All right, is it Bowen? It's Bogac. It's Bowen. Go on, Bowen! Oh, he sticks it away, and it's 2-2, and his second goal of the game. Excellent stuff by Jared Bowen, and we have pulled them back immediately for a second time. We're absolutely stealing a result as this stands right now. We have not been in this game, yet somehow we've managed to score 2. Bogac is having a poor game. Here we go again from a corner. Get that away, boys, and there it is. We didn't win the first ball that time. And McTominay gets a second goal of the game. What is that all about? And it's a goal fest, second half. We're only, not even 15 minutes in, or just over 15 minutes in. And we've already had 3 goals. And there's no one marking him there. Maybe we don't have enough man markers. All right, let's take Bogac off. He's not... I am. We're really struggling to find somebody to play in that box-to-box role. Let's maybe just try a regular central midfielder. It doesn't seem to matter who plays there. No one's particularly doing a good job of it. Oh, Batista Meyer couldn't quite beat his man there. Ball across there now for Chiesa. Can we win a ball? We can't. Can we win a header? We can. Coyle clears it. All right, here we go with Leao. Can we pull them back again? It's with Rafael Leao. He's in. Is he? Oh, it's a stunning strike, and De Gea tips it over the post. And now, can we score from a corner of our own here? Batista Meyer, decent ball in, back post. Leao's going to retrieve it. Can he get a secondary ball in the box? He can. It's Villa. Villa, it's blocked again for a corner. This is good pressure, boys. This is good. Come on. Decent ball in again. Again, Leao can't quite win it cleanly, but he does retrieve it. Do we have a wonder strike from someone? Srijak retreating, and that ends the highlight there. Douglas should get to that. He does. Back to Casilla. And hopefully we're going to build from the back. We're a little bit too direct, but we're finding it's okay to Bowen there. Bowen, can he slip in? Leao, will he go for his hat-trick? He finds Batista Meyer. Can he square it? He can, Leao! Oh, it's another wonderful last-ditch tackle. I don't necessarily think we deserve to be winning the game or even drawing it. We've been second best for the most part, but some of Manchester United's last-ditch defending has been absolute quality. They've robbed us, haven't they, of 2 or 3 clear-cut chances. And you'd have to think that 1 or 2 of those would have found themselves in the back of the net. Have we let that go? We have, and it's a goal kick. And let's try going attacking, and let's also try being more expressive as we try and get ourselves back into a point here. That's a good save by Casilla, and it goes for another corner. And we've already seen we're really, really struggling, but there is no highlight to come from that corner. Given our defensive woes for this one, it's not been too bad. Villa has... Oh, he's done well, but he's lost out. Just get it behind. Get it behind! All right, Phillips, that's fine. It's actually a really good ball out there for Leao. Leao goes past his man again. Can he find Bowen going with him? He goes for Batista Meyer instead. Our attacking trio looked good. Batista Meyer. Well, it was on target. I do wonder if there was maybe a less selfish option. The corner comes in. It's decent. It's away again, though. Shackleton is there, though, to retrieve this one. He gets past his man. He gets a decent ball across, but again, Manchester United's defence just seems to be everywhere, don't they? And Rashford brings it forward now. It's been a cracking game, hasn't it? End to end. It would, if it could end in a draw, I'd almost say it's the perfect game for us. Come on, boys, show some passion here. 4 minutes to go. Do we look to stick in a number 10? I wonder. It might be getting to that time. Shackleton clears. It's picked up by Maguire. We'll wait and see what happens. If this doesn't end in a Manchester United goal, then we will go and stick in a number 10, I think. And really go at them for these last 5 or so minutes here to see if we can get something. Coyle heads that clear. No. Thought Batista Meyer just might be out there to nick that, but not to be. Rashford has absolutely sent Coyle up the creek, and Casilla makes the save. All right. Let's stick in a number 10. Let's move Villa forward. Move Calvin Phillips forward, and what we'll do is we'll bring in Pablo Hernandez to play in there. So we'll do that. I just wanted to check Batista Meyer. Is he marking who he should be marking? He is. So that's fine. And the other thing now we probably will want to do is... No, we still want to be compact, I think, don't we? We'll probably want to get stuck in. We've got a lot of our bookings off the field now, which is good. We're already counter-pressing. So that's all fine. Let's maybe just be a little bit more direct. All right. Go on, Pablo Hernandez. Villa beating Chelsea 3-1. Look at that. Come on. Can we get clear a header here and go up the other end? Leao does win the header. And again, we are not getting on the second ball there, are we? Time and time again. United must have... I'd say they must have everybody on the edge of the area, but we've seen them outnumber us in the box as well. Pascal Strijek with the clearance there. It's going to come straight back. Now, Maguire's horribly out of position. Oh, if we could have... That could have deflected to a teammate. We may have had one-on-one at the back. Can we give it a push forward? Not quite yet. Come on, boys. Can we get this ball back? It's there. It's headed away. All right, we've picked up a loose ball. Shackleton, you had an out ball there to Bowen, mate. You just had to be a little bit more patient. Douglas. We just look a little bit ragged. Oh, and there it is. It's been coming. It's not been a good defensive performance from us, really. But we'll demand more. I mean, we've given as good as we've gotten, more or less. Certainly from open play, I think. Not all their chances, but a lot of their chances have come from set pieces. But we haven't defended them well enough. But, I mean, you can see Pascal Strijek, a 6-3. I think we... Let me know what you think in the comments. I do think we need to get another central defender in January. I think that's got to be the priority. Everything else about our game is not too bad. Can we get a late consolation? Can Bowen get himself a hat-trick? He's in here. Jared Bowen on the hat-trick, and De Gea makes the save. Well, I think man of the match for us is between Bowen and Casilla, isn't it? Pablo Hernandez now to whip in a corner. Can we get back to 4-3? That would be a fair reflection of the game, I think. Again, it's headed away. Shackleton's there for Leao. Not that time, and that ends the game. Well, we can't have any complaints when you see, we've conceded 32 shots in 90 minutes. But, yeah, I'll say unlucky. So there we go. Leeds United lose the Roses clash. We've got some money for Chris Woods. We lose our 7-game undefeated run. That was always bound to happen eventually, wasn't it? We've started conceding goals again. 6 in the last 2. That is unacceptable. We were working on it in training, I'm sure of it. Yeah, we're doing defensive training this week. So, there was no real reason that we should have looked so poor at the back. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for Manchester City. I think no matter what, we're going to have to squeeze plays into the 5-3-2 for them, aren't we? Okay, welcome back. We are hosting Manchester City. Now, if you remember, we played them not that long ago, and we lost only, I think it was 1-0 at their place, but we were down to 10 men for most of that game. So, I have a slight, maybe more hope for this one. You can see we are the final game of the sort of the second round of Festive Fixtures, and suddenly we find ourselves down in 10th. Now, we are still, 12 points ahead, above the drop. Look at Spurs all the way down there. So I'm not, again, we're just got to stay in the league this year. Europe is just dangling there, though, isn't it? If we were to win, we probably would go back up ahead of Wolves into the European spots. But like I say, we've just got to stay up this year. Let's have a look at what we're expecting here. They are still a Pep Guardiola coach team, an adventurous passing playing style. If we look at the analysis report, this is how we're expecting them to play. They just put the 5 past Brighton on Boxing Day, so nothing to worry there, I'm sure. You can see their heat map there. They do like to attack in wide areas, as we can see the focus of their attacks. There's their passing networks and their key passes as well. And let's have a look at the team we're sending out, and we are pigeonholing players in this time. We're going to go with this. We've got Bonifazi back from suspension, so that probably just gives us enough. We do have that Marvin Tishbola, whatever his name is, and the under 23s. I did toy with the idea of bringing him into the team. I just don't think he's quite ready to start. That's not Manchester City ready, is it? So, we're not going to do that. We're going to persist with Pascal and just see how he does. And we've got Kenny on the bench. Again, I did toy with the idea of starting him, but yeah, we'll see how we go here. So Casilla continues in goal. Sutar, Strijek, and Bonifazi as a back 3. Coyle down the right. Barlow, Torre down the left. Phillips as the sort of in front of the back 3 there, with Bogac and Villa ahead of him. It's Leao and Xerxes to lead the line for us. Let's go. So everybody is lining up as expected, so that is a good thing. We do have Crystal Palace in the FA Cup coming up, sort of the next game. A lot of these players are going to be match fatigued for that one, I would suspect. So I'm not too concerned about the FA Cup yet, although maybe we should be. But we're huge underdogs here, from what we've got. Let's go with that. Maybe given where we are in the league and that we're essentially safe from relegation, maybe we should be giving that more attention. But yeah, I mean, if we weren't playing Manchester City, then maybe I'd be more willing to rotate a little bit more than I have. Obviously, we're resting Douglas for this one, but he got himself sent off last time, so maybe that's a good thing. Coyle is more natural as a wing back than Ayling is, so that means we'll have Ayling fresh for Crystal Palace in the cup. Shackleton and McCalmont, I'm thinking, can play in midfield if Villar and Bogac aren't really available. We have Klitsch as well, we've got to remember. He's not played particularly well this year, but he is still a decent player. There's another great save from Casilla. I tell you, I know who the man of this episode is. It is definitely Kiko Casilla, isn't it? We'll of course have our fresh wingers for Crystal Palace. Pablo Hernandez will be fresh. Crystal Palace is the sort of game, I think, where we could maybe look to use him a little bit more. So I think there's still a decent enough team to be had. There's a decent ball in from Calvin Phillips for the corner. Bogac retrieves it. Secondary cross. It's a decent header from Srijak. And it does drift just past the post for us, though. But a much more promising start, this one, than what we had against Manchester United. We definitely look better with this formation, more defensively solid, don't we? I maybe have made a mistake against Manchester United I should have maybe just gone with the back three anyway. But we've been ripped apart here. It's Sane. And that is another pulled shot that doesn't cause us any problems. Let's give it another get creative here and see what we can do. It's one of these where I think we take a point right now if it was on offer, but somehow I don't think Pep's going to want to do that. Let's demand a little bit more coming into the break. Can we get in at 0-0? It hasn't been much of a game. They've had all the possession, but they haven't done too much with it so far, so that's a positive for us, definitely. Yeah, we'll just kind of see how we go here. The one thing that did happen in between games there, Aguero's in. Aguero! He doesn't miss, does he? And just on the stroke of half-time, we find ourselves a goal down. The one thing that did happen is that Massimiliano Allegri, who's the Bayern Munich manager, he came to me. He was complaining that Xerxes hasn't played as many games. I kind of said, yeah, you're right, he hasn't. Because he hasn't, but Leao's been in such good form that we haven't really needed him to. And that's just, it's just a long ball over the top. And we have been caught out. We are playing a high defensive line. Because they're a passing team, we're sort of trying to stop them doing that. If we see another ball over the top, we might have to sacrifice our high line just to try and prevent that. Yeah, I mean 2-0. If we were to go into we're gonna have to do something about this, aren't we? They've clocked onto that. Oh, and that is so harsh. 2-0 down, and we don't deserve that. Let's get stuck in. Let's try and break them. That's a real piss off, isn't it? Should I have dropped it when we saw it the first time? Possibly we should have. We have Srijak playing on cover, so you can see he was kept dropping off to go with him. But I mean, it's a good finish as well, isn't it? I mean, another striker, and I don't think that's happening. That's a shame. I don't think we necessarily deserve that. Unlucky boys. Let's get back out there. Let's show some passion. Come on. If we can get a goal, get ourselves back into it, you never know. But this is at the wrong end now, isn't it? We've won that back, though, there. That's a good ball now out for Xerxes. Now, he's not the quickest, but he does have good strength. Can he find Leao in the box? What can he do? Xerxes, he goes to the byline. He goes himself. Look at Leao. He was there on the edge of the 6-yard box begging for it. And it never came. Alright, let's take Bogac off this box-to-box because it's just not working for us. We need to try and find a role for our second midfielder in there that actually works. Let's see what's going to come of this. Sane over a free kick. Come on, Casilla. Save us, mate. That's over the bar. That's fine. Alright, come on, boys. Let's get creative here. It's away. I was just going to find a creative way to concede a goal here, are we? Come on. Oh, it's off the crossbar and a good tackle behind. And we're going to make some subs. Midfield is just not working, is it? So let's take them both off, I think. Where's McCalmont? And Leao's not having a great game. So I wonder if we bring Edmondson on for him. I wonder if we play him as a pressing forward on attack. What can Xerxes do? Deep lying. Alright, let's try that. Deep lying on support. Try something different up top. See if we can drag something out of them. We do have, as I said, Edmondson on the bench. This second half is... I think the problem is here is that with the deeper line, we're just inviting them onto us a little bit more. And I think we're seeing that there. McCalmont with a decent tackle, though. Rice, oh, that's a stunner. And this is a problem when you drop the line, then you're opening yourselves up for things like that. I wonder if we need to not defend with so much width. There's a lot of space through there for... They're just a better team than us, aren't they? You know, we play a high line, they go over the top. We defend wide, they go through the middle. You know, now if we defend narrow, they'll go outside us, won't they? They're just... I mean, you can't do much about that. We could have closed you down a little bit quicker. But that's just a thumping shot into the top corner. All right, Shackleton with the ball. Here we go now with Coyle for Phillips. For Shackleton. For Xerxes. What can he do? That's a decent-looking pass out there to find Bolo Torre. What can he do? He squares it back in. Xerxes! Oh! Last-ditch defending has not been our friend this episode. A really good chance. You wonder if he could have done better, anyway. Ball over the top. Srijak should... what is that, mate? We definitely need another centre-back, don't we? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Kene on. Just give him a game in there. Just see how he does. He's good enough to be a ball player. We might look to loan out Srijak if we can get more central defenders in. As things stand, we pretty much have, we have the suit. Oh, Bolo Torre! What a way to get your first goal for the club out of nothing. A ball across from Lewis Coyle. And Bolo Torres just absolutely thumped it in. And just like that, it's 3-1. Shackleton back there for Coyle. He's drilled across in. Bolo Torres left over and have some of that on the volley. That is absolutely stunning. Let's demand a bit more of that, please, boys. Where's that been all game? Yeah, the problem with centre-back is that I don't know if we can let Srijak go because we really do need him. Which is the sad reality that... If we, for play the three centre-backs, can we get a second one here? It's Alfie McCalmont up there. I'm not quite sure why he's up there. But anyway, what can he do? He's beating these men for fun. Alfie McCalmont. Oh, and again, it's last-ditch defending. He's gone to shoot, and the ball's gone. He's had an air swing. It was a really good tackle. Oh, I'll tell you what, Jesus has absolutely had us there. Bolo Torre, though, gets back. Wins it nicely. And he's done well, Bolo Torre, hasn't he? We've got ourselves a good one there, I think. It's just a shame that Douglas has decided to be the world's best left back at the same time. So there we go. We're definitely second best to the Manchester teams this season. Who's played a 6-2? Alfie McCalmont. I'm going to say it was one of those days. I'm not going to have a go at them. Useful Leeds, come unstuck. I kind of suspected that we might have one of these episodes where we don't do too much. They're two very good teams. I mean, we can't forget that. So, but I think let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think when we test ourselves against the best, we still look a threat going forward. It's just defensively that we need, I don't know whether we need better players or better manager tactics. I don't know which one it is. But we're still in a reasonable position. We find ourselves 20 games in now, so just over the halfway mark. And we pretty much need 12 points, don't we, to make sure we're safe. We might not even need that many. As I said, we're what is that? 12 points clear of the drop right now. We're in a good position, I think. So there we go. That's it for today, guys. If you have enjoyed that for whatever reason, please do hit thumbs up. Maybe a pity thumbs up. It's been entertaining, if nothing else. And that's what the board wants, entertaining football. I think what we'll do is we'll come back. We don't want to come back for Manchester United again. So we might come back after the transfer window for Burnley and Brighton. We've already seen them this season. We did, didn't we? The schedule is not helping me here, is it? We've already seen Arsenal as well. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll come back. We'll come back for Burnley and Brighton, see how much we've progressed, because we got a bit of a touch-up by Burnley, didn't we? And we were a little bit unlucky against Brighton. So we'll come back for that. We'll round up the transfer window as well. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think we need to do in the transfer window. But until then, guys, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.